Hello patrons, Trev here, up on Dartmoor in me cloud up 2 on my new sleeping on my new mattress with my new sleeping bag. Just camping up tonight beneath Great Links Tor, but I'm not on my own. Look who's here.
Hello YouTube, it's Nath, that's correct. I know, you might be as shocked to see me here as I am to be here. But here I am nonetheless, in a tent on Dartmoor. That's right, you heard that right as well. I'm in a tent, not in a tarp.
And how are you getting on in the tent so far, Nath?
Well, I'm warm.
Yeah.
I'm toasty. I got, you know, it's not just the tent that's responsible for that. I have bought a really nice, comfortable, plush, I keep getting this wrong as well. It's a Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, isn't it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I mean, well, that was question to anyone, but, you know, whatever. I think that's what it's called, and it's the large one. I've got to lay it on an angle to get it in here, right? But it is hell of a comfortable.
Yeah.
But to add to that, you know, I want to touch something made of wood, but it's not actually raining right now either, is it? Or blowing a hoolie.
No, it's not. It is a bit windy up the top, but we sort of come down from the top of Great Links, haven't we? And
yeah,
just tucked in around here. We met another chap, I would say fellow YouTuber, but he says he hasn't filmed in over a year. It used to be Deadfall Outdoors, and he's camping up on Great Links Tor, so we had a little chat with him earlier, didn't we?
Yeah. He seems like a very happy chap, doesn't he?
Yeah, nice chap. Yeah, so we had a chat with him for a while, didn't we, Nath?
He knows his stuff about his gear as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he seemed. Yeah, but he was in the tarp, wasn't he, Nath?
He was in a tarp.
It was all really lightweight.
Yeah, it was ridiculously light.
But here we are, anyway. 13.5 kilos I brought out with me today. But I managed to get it all into my... Well, no, you wouldn't have seen the video yet. The video will go up in the week, but I've got it all into my Quechua 4 class. So my 50 litre bag basically it's about a kilo lighter than my Vango Sherpa. Sorry, that was really patchy words. I had to think every word as I said it then. It's awful, isn't it? But and what was you carrying quite a bit, but what were your camera gear with you, Nathan? Yeah,
it's about 17 kilos. But my tripod and my camera and my 2 lenses for my landscape photography weighs in at 4 kilos, which is a little bit on the excessive side, really.
Yeah.
But if you take 4 kilos off of 17, that's 13 kilos, isn't it?
Yeah. My lamp's just gone off my head torch.
So that's 13 kilos, but that's including 2.5 litres of water. So really, if you take the water out of it and leave the food in, it's 11.5 kilos. And if I put that in my other pack, which is a good kilo lighter, that would have been 10.5 kilos. That's not a bad setup, is it?
No, it's good. It's good. Like you said, you would have fit it in your smaller bag, wouldn't you, if you was?
Yeah. If I wasn't taking the landscape gear, my base weight would be about 11.5 kilos. 10.5 kilos, sorry.
My little USB light has just run out, Nathan. I'm just titting about trying to get that.
Titting about.
Sitting about. We got a new game to entertain us. It's something I started with a friend at work, but I said we should do this. Me and Nath should do this when we're out camping. And it's every time you need a wee, you don't say I need a wee. You say I need her, and then you have to think of a different celebrity name, you know, or a name of someone famous, basically. So it's, I've just got to go for a quick Quentin Tarantino, or you do one, Nath.
I just got to nip for a quick George Clooney.
Exactly, yeah. Or I've just gonna have a quick Terry Nutkins.
Terry Nutkins is one that does crease me up.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
So.
And it doesn't have to just be blokes' names, it could be women's names. I've just got to go for a quick Sharon Stone.
Yeah. Or I've just got to have a quick Fatima whitbread.
I've got to stop you there, mate. I'm busting for a Beth Ditto.
Yeah. Excuse me, mate. I'm just going to go and have a quick Hillary Swank. Anyway, you get the idea. We could do this all night. It's good fun, but we waste them because we just keep doing them when we don't need a wee. So, but it makes us laugh, doesn't it?
It's a surprisingly fun game, and I suggest. I mean, initially, I hate any game that involves me thinking really quickly. But it doesn't involve you thinking really quickly, because you can think of it before you need a pee, and then when you need a piss you can think, that's the one that I was going to say that'll be hilarious. But we just go at them so quickly at each other that it does become thinking quickly, doesn't it? But that's half the fun of it. Is you're not even having a piss, like, you know, you're just saying people's names.
What's so fun about just remembering celebrities' names?
Just going to go for a quick Judy Garland.
But how come some are funnier than others? It's bizarre, isn't it?
What about having a shit?
No, that don't work.
Oh.
Yeah, we're up here. It's about 4 degrees on my little thermometer thing. It's 6 in here now. Oh no, I broke that. I'll tell you what did happen earlier. I almost set myself on fire, didn't I, Nath?
You did, yeah. There was a bright white light. Everybody noticed it.
But yeah, I know. I was boiling my, cooking my meal. I done a boil in the bag meal, a homemade stew, and I was just boiling it up, and it fell over. And when it fell over, it just went. Woof. Oh my god. But it was in the vestibule, so the tent was all done up, and it's like flaming right underneath me tent. How my tent didn't go up, I don't know, but I just quickly jumped into action. I didn't swear, did I, Nath?
Fuck!
So I jumped into action, just threw it out my door. I popped out my door. The door wasn't even. When I come back to my tent, the door was still done up, so I slipped underneath it, just threw it across the moor, and then had to go and retrieve it and turn it off before it blew up. And
I shit myself.
Yeah.
Because basically this tent is white, so when something sets on fire, literally 12 inches away from the entrance to your tent, and it's like a giant softbox, so whatever light hits it sort of spreads it. It makes it look bigger, doesn't it? So even though it was only your stove that was on fire, in here it looked like it was 3-foot flames. And it, inches away from the tent, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do. Do I go out the front of the tent? Do I run out the back of the tent? Fortunately, fireman Trev had it all under control.
I got it under control, but yeah, it was a bit brown trousers.
That was our first near gas explosion whilst camping, wasn't it?
That was my first near gas explosion whilst camping, yeah.
I'll drink to that.
I haven't had one before, and hopefully I won't have one again.
So how on a completely unrelated note, how are you getting on with that really cheap Jetboil equivalent?
Yeah, I bought. It's basically a Jobsworth stove, but that could have happened to a Jetboil if a Jetboil had tipped over, I guess.
Has it ever though?
Well, it was a precarious spot I had it on, but no.
Does it have a leg stand that it's clipped into?
Yeah, it doesn't clip into that leg stand very well either, so there is a few flaws with it, but I'm still not 100% sure we have to spend 100 quid on a stove, which is basically just a kettle, an expensive kettle.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I managed to get mine simmering for a good 20 minutes here.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think I'm just testing out cheaper budget stoves, and I'm going to find the ultimate cheap budget stove. I'm going to spend hundreds of pounds to get there. And about 40 different stoves, but I'll get there.
I think the point is that we have very different cooking requirements, don't we?
We do, yeah.
And that's the thing. It's not like there's that's hiking and camping all over, isn't it? It's not like there's a right or wrong answer. It's just whatever's right for you.
It's a preference, isn't it? It's always a preference to what you're looking for personally.
Yeah, and the problem is it just so happens that what I'm looking for all the time is the right way to do it.
Wank. Yeah, like fucking tarping for 3 years.
Oh, is that not a valid point?
Hey.
What? Cool.
But anyway, yeah, that's us Patreons. Now this is the episode you can expect to see me and Nath bickering about who's got the better gear and who's right and who's wrong. Whilst coming up with celebrity names every time we need a wee or not, as the case proven to be. But
yeah, on that note, I've got to put my boots on and nip for a quick meatloaf.
Cool. I'm gonna save it till later to have a quick Cliff Auburn.
Jesus Christ! I've got to get out of here. I'm dying for a Robert Redford. Right.
See you all later.
Ciao.
Cheers.